So I'm getting ready to finish up the last 3 rows of this project, and I wanted to show you the process now that I feel like I kind of have a grip on it. So we're going to start with our tile adhesive, and we get a kind that is already pre-mixed. And then you need your trowel. And then I use this guy, I don't know what it's called, I'm going to call it a spatula, and I just load up my trowel. You want to load it pretty good. And I just kind of do it perpendicular. That. And then you want to, with the teeth at the bottom, you want to press it onto the wall and drag it up. Okay. So I did draw a line here because I know that's where I need to stop my tile because there's going to be a shelf across here. It just dripped on the wall. So you want to actually hold it, when you're scraping it up, you want to hold it at a 45-degree angle so you get nice, even lines there. Okay, so here's an up close of the lines from the trowel. And you don't really want to have any voids here, but you want these nice, even 1/4 inch lines. And you can see right here I've got a void. So I just need to keep working with it until I get nice, even lines. Okay, so we already have these pre-cut. John cut them for me, and then he labeled the backs, which makes it much easier when you're throwing them up here. So we have cuts all along this cabinet wall here. And so he put, since this is the right side, we've got right 1, so that's going to be the first row, and then we have a second row, and then a 3rd row. So that's how I'm going to lay them now. So once I've got that thin set up, I'm ready to lay them. And since we are not using spacers, I can just press it on there and butt it up against the one below it. You want to have even pressure so it gets nice and flat. So the next tile will be a full tile, and what I did was I went ahead and marked the middle line because I know that that middle line should line up with the grout line below it. So this helps us keep it on track as we're laying the tiles. And the good news is my little line matches perfectly with the grout line below it. Now, I don't know if you can see this here or not, but some of that thin set has squeezed through, and we don't want that to fill the grout line because we want the grout line to be there. So a little trick is, if I can find it, take like a little flathead screwdriver and just, you can get some of that out of there. And have a paper towel handy to wipe it off on a paper towel or a towel. Same thing against the cabinet. You want to wipe off the excess. And that stuff dries pretty quickly, so like I said, paper towel on hand and a little bit of water makes the cleanup a lot easier when it's wet than when it's dry. Okay, so then I can take my next full tile and keep going. Again, I have it marked in the middle, that way I can make sure that we're still lining up correctly. Okay, so the last few pieces are smaller ones that are underneath this cabinet, and since we've already installed the tile below it, then I'm just going to back butter. The back butter is similar to icing a cookie or a cake. You just spread it on the back. I'm going to get it even. You don't want to get it too thick in some places than others. Try to get it as even as possible.
Did it. Good job.